one of my goals for this year is to find like a core team of like people to do stuff with all the time. So far, I'm still looking. You can submit your resumes in the link in bio. No, I'm kidding. But okay, I'm here with my boy Julian. Welcome back to fksalad. Opening the glove box to see what Julian got me to eat today. Ooh.
I don't know if it's soggy.
It's kind of soggy. What is it?
It's like it's supposed to be some sort of guac grilled cheese, but like vegan with some corn salsa.
Want to try it?
Yeah, sure.
Let's try it. It's actually.
Oh wait, it really is like.
It's
soggy.
actually really soggy. It's not bad though. But it's vegan and it's nice and it's dripping all over you.
No, it is good.
Well, thank you for stopping and getting this for me, man.
No worries.
I appreciate it. I was in a bit of a rush today. I'm trying to do food with people, and now I'm realizing just how broke I'm going.
Yep.
It's like it's like, wow, if I'm trying to do 50 episodes and a meal costs me $20, look, like for both, well, it's like, honestly, I'm gonna like, later I'm gonna do one that's like, I'm gonna start like making food. Just want to get this.
Like actually cooking it.
Yeah.
Dude, like
But-
you should like.
And
it
I'm going
actually. Are you good? Are you good at cooking?
Well, some people watching would say no, some people watching would say yes, but like I can get by, especially with like vegan meals.
Yeah, see, I wouldn't know anything about vegan. I love meat, so.
Oh no.
Yeah, I love meat.
Okay.
It's a really bad.
No, it's not a bad.
I
it's
mean,
just,
it
like,
kind of is bad, but like, I just love it too much. Like,
But do you like, you do experiment? I mean, you tried that. It's like not real cheese that you just tried.
yeah, I probably wouldn't be able to tell that wasn't real cheese.
Well, that's the quote of the decade right there.
Yeah.
Julian's like another creative that I know from KW who is nearly done school.
Finally, yeah.
How's that feel?
It's pretty crazy actually. I feel like it feels like a year ago where I was just shocked to go into grade 9 high school, let
Yeah.
alone finish my bachelor degree.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild.
So what are you studying for everyone listening?
So yeah, I'm in the Bachelor of Design program at Conestoga College. It's a pretty decent program.
It's not bad.
I'd say though I've learned way more just doing my own kind of stuff and like
Of course.
collaborating with other people and
Of
like
course.
meeting other people in our industry.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty crazy. I mean, I started off when I was really young doing a lot of like art because my grandparents on my mom's side, they're both artists, starving artists. But I kind of like always like grew up with like that art stuff and I needed to figure out like what I wanted to do with it and somehow also make money. So like, I don't know, graphic design kind of felt like the right thing to get into.
Fair.
But I also still have like that strong impulse to do art and create art.
Yeah.
So I've like kind of found like a 50-50 balance of like mixing my graphic design with like art, still communicating a message professionally in ways, but
Yeah.
also, you know, getting a little crazy with stuff.
Do you think in some ways that the program did benefit you or will have benefited you when you walk out?
Well, like definitely for me personally, I feel like sometimes in my life, like I need a little bit of a push, you know, to get things going, at least to get things started. I don't know if I knew that I wanted to be a graphic designer, but I didn't want to go to school. I don't know how fast I would have taught myself the skills that I would have needed to kind of get in there. But then again,
Right.
I do think that I could have learned the skills without school. But with school comes like many relationships with your profs, with people that you meet, and then on top of that co-op.
Yeah.
So it definitely helps kind of like put you out there, and like forces you to really like get on it and like learn.
Fair.
Unless you have like this immense amount of drive. Like I know you got that with your
Wow.
filmmaking, but like if you got this immense amount of drive, then like maybe you can do it without school. Or no, you can do it without school, but
Yeah.
I just think, you know, it gives you that help.
Right. So in terms of that push, what kind of push do you need like after school? Like, are you gonna like, what do you kind of like, where do you see yourself in the next 5 months after when you're done? Are you just gonna like take it easy for a bit, or?
Yeah, so I've like always been thinking about this, but the one thing that I have never really struggled with in life is doing things that I'm like actually passionate about. You know, it just doesn't take work to do them. So I know that like one of my big passions would be traveling, and that goes along with the choice of my career. If I'm able to travel and also work on the stuff I'm passionate about, that would be like a match made in heaven, right? So after school, I'm not gonna have the money to do what I want to do right now, because like I'm not even working this semester because I just want to focus on like finishing really well, and also I'm a lazy piece of shit.
No, you're not.
In ways, but like it's not a big deal. I'm 21, it's fine.
This is true.
But I basically want to work for like I'm assuming a year, save up. I've already been saving up, but like save up a little more than, you know, what I've been slightly putting to the side, and buy a Sprinter van, do that like build out thing, and
so
I don't know.
For it.
I'm addicted to the videos. I haven't really watched them more recently, but I've watched them enough, and like I just like love that like lifestyle. It just looks exactly like what I'm interested. It's almost like minimalistic in a way. Yeah. But like I have everything that I love.
That's crazy.
So,
because I literally, like I said, I brought you on here to almost like kind of expand on that. Yeah. Because I figured, because I know you'd mentioned, or maybe Jack, our mutual friend Jack, had mentioned that that you, or just you Josh, or you him Josh, or some sort of combination of something is happening.
It's definitely something that we've all agreed to, Jack, Josh, and I, to want to do together. But in the same time, like if, for example, something's holding them back for longer than I would have wanted, I'm gonna start without them. But I can always meet up with them when they're ready, you know what I mean?
Got you, yeah.
But no, this is definitely something that I've always wanted to do, whether it's with or without them. Hopefully with them. But another thing that I was debating with that lifestyle was like, if I'm alone, would I want like a companion, like a dog or something like that? Whoa. Yeah. I love Dobermans, so like I always thought it'd be really dope to be able to have my Doberman, but I guess it's not really fair if I'm like in a van with a big dog. But
you've seen like there's tons of people who do that.
I know there is. I just like,
it's a different life. That's a different lifestyle.
Yeah,
too.
and it's also like having a kid in a way. I don't know if I'm ready for that responsibility yet. I kind of just want the freedom, which is the whole point of going traveling in the Sprinter van type lifestyle. Like I want that freedom. I don't know if I want to like add some sort of responsibility that could potentially hold me back from doing different things. Right.
So you talking full on graphic design, like rebuild websites or design websites, or like what would you say you'd like to specialize in then if you were maybe on the road?
Okay, so if I was traveling with Jack and Josh, we were always talking about kind of like maybe trying YouTube a bit, like doing a lot of filming, trying like different stuff. I don't want to just do like vlog style things. Like I want to come up with some creative stuff, especially like utilizing like the landscape or places that we would be when we're traveling, or where we would be at where we're traveling. Yeah. But then on my own, I think, I don't know, it's weird because I went into a graphic design field. I love doing graphic design, but I've always been more focused on like editing and photography, and then I've been kind of getting into videography. But like that's always been something that I've liked to do on the side. They kind of go hand to hand together. I mean, my co-op job this year was working for the city of Mississauga, and I was doing photography and video for them, not graphic design. Yeah. But like I would want to keep my options open. You know, I would like to do photography and video, but obviously I could not be with a client if I'm like all the way out in BC, right?
That's true, yeah.
I'm really into branding if it comes down to like choosing graphic design type stuff. I love branding. I would be definitely down for website design, but logos and social media management. There's a couple different ideas. I'm keeping it open. If I am traveling, however, and like I do not have that many clients yet, or I'm not being that successful, it's fine.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm not like, I would like it to start off really smoothly, but I'm not expecting that, and the focus is the travel aspect. Yeah. And then hopefully to integrate my like career passion.
Love that.
In it.
I think on maybe not, I wouldn't even call this advice, but the idea of vlogging on the road is such a good idea, but can be executed so poorly. From just being my experience on the road, you just don't have the time to edit and do the things you want to do. So my advice to myself, maybe, or to you, if I'm ever gonna do something like that, you have to offload the editing. If you didn't, but then you'd have to offload it with someone who is on the same like wave as you to know what you'd want and stuff.
Yeah.
But oh man, there's been so many situations I've been in that it's like I just wish someone could do this for me at the level of quality that I'd want out of this.
Yeah.
Because man, it takes so long to edit certain things, and especially if you're going for something like beyond like a vlog.
Yeah.
You're just like, my boy Ryan and I spent days and days at McDonald's and Starbucks editing.
Yeah.
And it's like every other day editing. It's like, oh man, good free Wi-Fi though.
Good free Wi-Fi. No, but I feel like that totally makes sense. I mean, editing does take time, and it's like the core of how your final product is gonna look.
That's
like
true.
Without the editing, like something could have been shot beautifully, but put together not correctly, trash, right?
Right.
In a sense. So I mean, finding the time to do that could be pretty difficult, but hoping that I am with Jack and Josh, like there could always be some sort of like balance or workforce there for sure, like a team, you know.
Music is loud, lights are so blinding, I can't see my friends, but they're right behind me. Feeling the beat, I turn to my left, girl of my dreams, and now I'm obsessed. Move a bit closer, I asked for a name. I couldn't hear, but it started with K. Just like our first kiss, it was pure bliss. I found love in a place I thought
that was just fun because we got a bunch of people together to do that.
Yeah,
and it was so last minute.
It was a good time. Yeah, we were essentially having like a little mini party while filming it.
And I put so much money into that, and I didn't win.
I should have though.
I should have won. I spent so much money, not to like, don't feel like bad for me. I spent so much money thinking like I actually won this.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, 3 bottles of champagne? How about 7 bottles of champagne? Oh, I'll take you all out for breakfast. It's a wrap. Like, we won this thing. You know what it was? It was the alcohol. It was us drinking.
Was it?
It has to have been. His audience is like...
True. But I feel like that's his brand anyways. Like, the guys... I don't know. I don't really watch Scotty Sire. I only watch, like, the Vlog Squad type stuff. So, like, when I see that, I'm like, he's an idiot anyways. Like,
do you watch a bunch of YouTube, then?
I do. I do watch a lot of YouTube, but, like, nothing specific. I'll Photoshop images while, like, having YouTube playing in the background. I have no reason for it. Usually on my phone, too. And then it brings my screen time to, like, 9 hours, and I'm, like, not really using my phone. I'm just listening, but...
So you think a lot of your like work then is 90% on a computer, or 100% now?
No,
like,
I'd say like 80-20%. It used to be just all like visual painting and drawing type stuff, and then started getting into the graphic design world and the editing of photos. So then it kind of like transitioned to a digital form. I actually started painting through Photoshop, and I really liked that, but then I kind of didn't feel like it was as rewarding. My style of like art is very like hyper realistic type stuff, and I like kind of like creepy like things, so like I want to show like veins or like that like kind of ugly side of like hyper realism. But like I don't know, I just wasn't getting the satisfaction when I tried like digital forms of painting. It was almost too easy with like layering and stuff. But I kind of want to get back into like the real art form, because I don't know, it was just super fun to be able to like get into this world where I like didn't have to think about anything else but like the details and the highlights and the shadows and the undertones of something, and it was just super like soothing to my mental health, you know. And like I kind of just stopped because with school being so busy with graphic design, like I'm all like creatively drained, and then when I get home at the end of the day, like the last thing I want to do is like pull out a canvas and like start like going at it, like even though I love it, and then I end up wasting my time on YouTube.